Are you thinking about buying a home in 2024? Well, if you are, you're going to want to listen up because I've got some advice for you when it comes to buying a home and the mistakes I see buyers make and how you can avoid them. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Spade at Keller Williams Realty. I make these videos to help you make sense of the real estate market. Let's get to it. Listen, it's a complex market and navigating requires caution and informed decision making. So let's look at what's happened in the past few years. Now, recently, the market has seen a surge due to low inventory and interest rates around 3%. Now, this has led to a competitive environment. Understanding the market conditions and the dynamics is crucial for making informed decisions. So in the past few years, buyers were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars over list price. I mean, I sold a house in Claremont one time that we listed for $749,000 and we ended up closing at $902,000. It was absolutely insane. So why did people do that? Well, interest rates were super low and we were in the middle of COVID and people were paying insane amounts for homes that would never have normally done in the past. So the good news is with interest rates going up, that's pulled some of the buyers out of the market. Now they think somehow it's going to cause a crash. Now I can promise you we're not going to see a crash in San Diego, but now those same buyers have gotten off the market because the advice they're getting from their family and friends and the media, and they are losing massive amounts of equity. My first piece of advice, ignore the noise and get into the market now. Interest rates will come down, but we don't know when. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to pay more now for the interest rate and refinance later, or do you want to pay a lower interest rate and watch the price of houses go up? It's totally your call, but just know when interest rates do come down, buyers are going to come out of the woodwork and the competition will go up. Which brings me to my second point. Be vigilant and do not overpay for the home you want to buy. It is essential to do research and understand the latest property values in the area that you want to live. Now, as your agent, one of the things that I'm going to do is look at what the comparable homes look like and what they've recently sold for. A good rule of thumb is to go 90 days back. That's because appraisers are generally going to look at homes that have not sold for more than 90 days back. They might have to go 6 months, but 90 days is a general rule of thumb. Also, when determining any value, they're going to generally look at homes within 200 square feet in either direction. That means if the home you want to purchase is 1,500 square feet, they're going to value your home based on homes that are between 1,300 and 1,700 square feet. So if you're a seller trying to compare your home to an 1,800 square foot home, an appraiser is not going to look at it. That's why it's important for sellers to make sure that the agent they're working with knows how to properly price homes. Remember, an informed offer is a strong offer. Also, getting pre-approved early can set realistic budgets and make sure you are an attractive buyer. Whatever you do, do not skip home inspections. Never underestimate the value of a thorough home inspection. For buyers, it can reveal hidden problems, potentially saving you thousands in future repairs. Now, if you're buying a single-family detached house, you're going to want to consider the following inspections. First and foremost, a general home inspection. It's going to give you a good, clear picture of everything that's going on inside the home. The second thing you're going to want to do is a termite inspection. Now, people freak out about termites, but just know that we are in California. Everybody has termites, and if you don't have termites, you will. So you're going to want to get that done. Chances are the home you're buying will need some sort of termite treatment. Now, number 3 is foundation inspections, especially if you're buying a home on posts and piers, otherwise known as a raised foundation. You're going to want an inspector to go under to make sure that the home looks good. Now, recently, some of my buyers, we were looking at a home, put in an offer, we did the inspection, we ended up with a $75,000 foundation repairs. My buyers pulled out at that point. Now, finally, you're going to want to do a sewer scope inspection. This is important because most of San Diego is on cast iron. Now, you're going to want to make sure that the problems with the cast iron aren't there because that could be a big problem down the road. So you want to make sure everything looks good, which is why the sewer scope inspection is such an important inspection. Also, let's get this out of the way. No home inspection is going to turn out perfect. Every single seller thinks their home is the exception, and I can promise you it's not. And every home buyer freaks out when something pops up on their inspection. Now, it's not going to turn out the way you want, so don't expect it to be perfect. But the good news is that the buyers have some negotiating room, and we can use this as leverage to get a little bit of credit. Sellers, pre-home inspections are good for you too. This helps pull a lot of the negotiation out of the contract. So let's talk about that. Say you deliver a home inspection and there are 3 major health and safety issues in the inspection. You can correct those items before you put the home on the market. Or if you don't have any money to do them, then you can offer a credit to the buyers and you don't have to worry about dealing with it. Also, if there is a lot going on with the house, which sometimes is the case, you can just price the house according to what you find in the inspection and the estimates you get back from contract. Also, another tip for sellers is to have your disclosures done ahead of time and give them to the buyers before they make any offers. Now, depending on the condition of the home, you might only get a few offers, but at least you know those buyers are serious buyers. Offering pre-sale home inspections can also foster transparency, particularly smoothing over the transaction process, and it can build trust between the buyer and the seller and any disputes over the property condition. Now, if you are looking to make a move to buy or sell your home, I'd love to help you out. Feel free to reach out and drop me a comment below, and I'll get back to you. Now, let's continue with the other mistakes I see. For the love of all things holy, make sure you have your own real estate agent. There is a reason I don't double end transactions. Now, having your own real estate agent is crucial. They represent your interest exclusively, providing the expertise and guidance, especially in important complex markets like San Diego. Now, I know what some of you may think, that you've been told, why not go use the real estate agent that's listing the home because I can get a better deal. Here is what you need to know. Yes, in California, we can do what's called a dual agency transaction where I can represent both the buyer and the seller. I very rarely do that, and it's not often that I do. So when an agent signs an agreement with the seller to sell their home, they have a fiduciary duty to that seller to net them the most amount of money that they can for the home. That means they have a priority to that person, so it makes it more difficult when an agent is helping both buyer and seller reach their goals. Can it be done? Yes. There have been many transactions that have been done successfully, but I can assure you, more times than not, someone does not walk away feeling whole. That's why it's always a good idea to have your own representation. Do you have to sell your home to buy a home? Here's a mistake I see a lot. This can be a very tricky, complex process. That's why you need someone who has done it successfully so you don't end up without a roof over your head. Now, a couple crucial things to keep in mind. First, make sure that the buyer knows that the sale of your home is contingent on you finding suitable housing. In the California purchase agreement, you get 17 days to do that. Number two, make sure that you have a bit of a rent back to close your purchase. It's almost impossible to close the sale of your home and the purchase on a new home on the same day. Can it be done? Yes, but there are too many people to rely on to make that happen, so I would not suggest that we do that. Selling your home is a financial decision, and emotional attachment is natural, and the emotions come in. So focus on the financial future and benefits. Also, avoid emotional decision making and stay objective to get the best outcome. Now, a few more things to consider as a buyer. Avoid common mistakes such as neglecting first-time home buyer programs. Don't ignore government-backed loans. Do your research on the neighborhoods thoroughly, and do your research on your realtor. And hopefully that's me. Financial readiness is more than just having a down payment, so you've got to have your finances in order. Consider all your costs. These are things like your lender fees, title fees, and escrow fees, otherwise known as closing costs, maintenance and potential increases in utility bills, especially in the summer. Also, avoid spending all your savings. It is a good idea to have a financial cushion just in case you need it post-purchase. Whether you're buying a home in San Diego, it's about making informed, cautious decisions, and by avoiding common mistakes, you can navigate the real estate market more successfully and with confidence. If you found value in this video, please like and hit the subscribe button. Also hit that little bell so you can be notified every single time we drop fresh new content. Now, if you would like to reach out to me, my phone number is below at 619-818-2992. You can also send me an email. It is right there as well. I look forward to talking to you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.